Should be able to catch up.
But Kree, how many did you hit there then? So I hit like 8.
I hit a decent amount. Did you have your overshield up for each one?
Oh no.
That double, keep running into our bubbles. That literally doubles your damage.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I think Kree did exactly double mine. Sorry.
Yeah, or drop your what's it called? Barricade.
Yeah.
You guys could also drop your barricades out in like random points if you want, because that'll also like give us better uptime for overshield.
Gotcha. The new LFG strat.
I'm going into last one right now. Oh yeah, Ned's in a good spot.
The overshield bubbles.
Give it a sec. Damage.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, okay, I see that. Damage is only 0.5 mil per bash. Do you have overshield? That one didn't hit him.
Got stunned.
She suppressed me. Yeah, you can see it.
Nice, we got it.
Nice. Line it up. One.
What?
Have another overshield.
What?
And then
My shit just missed.
adios. Oh, what? Got him.
Good shit.
Whoop whoop. I was only with 4 people too.
That's weird. Like, it makes the noise that you hit, and then it just
Yeah.
doesn't refund, or like,
Yeah,
it does like
I have a second one.
the
I had
thing
none
where it
left.
misses, and you have to regen. I wonder if running like
Dude, I
triple
cracked
Kickstarter or
out
whatever.
there. I'm happy with that.
Kree's the shield bash king.
I used to shield bash Golgoroth, man. Okay, so let's just do a quick little breakdown here. There's nothing too much crazy shenanigans going on. Like, there's no insane setup or anything required. Honestly, the heart of everything are the peregrine grieves, as all shoulder charge abilities, seismic strike, hammer strike, or shield bash, deal bonus damage when activated in the air. Damaging mini bosses, tormentors, or champions with your shoulder charge refunds your melee. Literally, you hit any of those 3 types of targets, it's going to instantly give you your melee back. No ands, if, or buts about it. And who cares about the airborne effectiveness that it gives? Now, if we go ahead and pull up the community insight from them just to get a little bit more of a better understanding of this. So the peregrine strike, just normal exotic perk, will buff the shoulder charge impact damage by 225% as long as you shoulder charge in the air, which is very important. And then against mini bosses, tormentors, or champions, this is where you get the juicer damage. Bro, it gives you 1,000% more shoulder charge damage whenever you hit one of these enemies. So you're in the air and you hit one of these types of enemies, you're going to be hitting for unreal amounts of melee damage. That is why in the gameplay you see all of us are in the air whenever we go to shoulder charge, so we get the full amount of damage from our peregrine grieves. Now, for the build, there's nothing too crazy going on because these are such a niche exotic that you're not going to be able to do this everywhere. The reason why you're able to do it against Nezarec is because he's classified as a tormentor. And so for the fragments, bro, you can use Echo of Undermining, you know, for a weakening grenade, Echo of Starvation to get Devour, or maybe you want to go Echo of Leeching so melee final blows start health regen. Although that would be better on something like Worm Gods, although you can't really do any Worm God shield bash anymore with the removal of the 1-2 punch sliding into a bash that they removed this season, which does kind of stink. Then Echo of Precision, damaging targets with the grenades, grants melee energy in case you track to a different enemy, you hit a non-mini boss, tormentor, or champion. This could help you at least get your melee back, as with the peregrine grieves, this is the heart of everything you're doing, your melee. And then I just have Echo of Vigilance. Defeating a target while your shields are depleted grants you a temporary void overshield. This can just help keep you alive in a pinch. And then your aspects, these are actually fairly important. The most important is easily offensive bulwark. While you have an overshield or are inside Ward of Dawn, your grenade charges significantly faster. You have increased melee range and damage, and melee final blows extend the duration of your overshield, although that last part isn't really that important. The biggest important thing from this aspect is the fact that it increases your melee range, and even more importantly, your melee damage. That is why you saw everybody on Bubble Titans, so that we could always have a void overshield. Very important. And then bashing can just be useful to help give your allies an overshield whenever you do cast your bubble. And this will allow you to get another immediate overshield on demand just by casting your barricade. I also have rally barricade just because that's a shorter cooldown than a towering barricade. And you can also kind of duck walk behind it to get an overshield recharging, because you only just need you don't need a full overshield, you just need some void overshield in order to proc offensive bulwark for the extra melee range and damage. Oh yeah, run bubble. You need bubble for this. Now you will see in the gameplay that I did do a little swap with Helm of Saint. That is because targets that enter Ward of Dawn are blinded. However, while allies that pass through, they're going to gain a void overshield, which is the whole purpose of us even running the swap in the first place. So we would use our big time shield bash, immediately refund it because Nezarec is a tormentor. We would then go run back into a bubble to get an immediate overshield again, and then rinse and repeat the process. I will say it can be a little bit annoying doing it against Nezarec because this dude is teleporting and suppressing you, but it can definitely be done. Now for the mods, dude, they don't really matter all that much. Since we get the full melee back just by hitting a certain type of enemy with the peregrine grieves, you don't need to focus too much on all melee mods, although they can definitely help in case you're doing this in like a GM and you once again just miss or track to a different enemy, because, you know, game can be a little bit weird. If you are doing this in Nezarec and you're running release and recover, very useful. Free resto, baby, we take those. You also may want to have some decent way of creating orbs just so you can proc devour. That's the only reason I even have a solar siphon and an Ariana's vow. I just had this to help hit with crits if I needed to. I mean, the weapons, they don't matter too much. They just depend more so on what type of activity you're doing. And since they removed the ability to slide into a shield bash, not even a 1-2 punch shotgun is needed anymore. I will say though, definitely you want to have at least one homie on a tractor cannon, as that is a 30% debuff, and we like that. We always take the 30% debuff when we can get it, so at least have somebody, if not yourself, on tractor cannon. But yeah, it's a pretty simple build to do. There's nothing too crazy to set up, nothing insane going on. Even your artifact mod doesn't matter all that much, as all of these are mainly focused on solar. Although, I will say, if you're doing an activity that has Scorn or Taken champions, you might as well put on From Whence You Came, as this will increase ability damage to Taken and Scorn combatants. Figured I would at least mention that, but that is the Peregrine Shield Bash build in a nutshell. Now, I'm not saying this is some uber insane Giga Chad meta build, however, it definitely has its uses in some niche cases. Of course, right now at the moment, we don't have Grandmaster Nightfalls available to us, as that will be available to us in 2 weeks. So we can actually see how useful this will be inside of GMs. But I'd imagine as long as you're staying alive, you're going to be able to absolutely thorn snap, back crack any champions you come across. And as far as I know at the moment, the only like boss you can do this on is Nezarec, just because he's considered a tormentor. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the build, you guys, as well as just the peregrine grieves change as well by themselves. Remember, if you ever want to get your games and DLC at a cheaper price, you head up Instant Gaming, top link in the description. And or if you want some G Fuel, we got that as well. Code Kree, 20% off at checkout. You guys be safe, take care, consider subscribing. We're going to get back to the dungeon videos later today. Hopefully, I should be able to get the Special Exotics versus Chimera. Although I don't have all of the exotic glaives, which guess I'll deal with that problem when I come to it. We should also be getting the every heavy exotics versus locust video out within the next 72 hours. And we overall still got a lot more dungeon content that I want to go over and put out for you guys. Y'all be safe. See you later.